So now I invite our next speaker, Shri Krishna Vallabha Didi. She is one of the rare disciples of Srila Param Gurudev who had accompanied Param Gurudev on his first foreign trips abroad. And I have been recently following some of her Facebook posts, and suddenly I got to know that there was one post she had put in which she had written that she was looking to have darshan of Param Gurudev for so many times, but she was refused getting Param Gurudev's darshan. But suddenly one day Param Gurudev saw her and said loudly, "Hey, my Kashmir Pandit, where were you? I've been looking for you for so many days." So Didi was so glad to listen that from Param Gurudev. So I request Didi to start glorifying her Gurudev, and let us rejoice and let us get drowned in all the memories she has with her Gurudev. So Didi, please take over.
Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, please accept my Dandavat pranams to everyone, to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. I offer you my respects. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Om Jnanatiramandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Prayapmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayaniti Namine. So I feel very embarrassed to try to glorify such an enormously great personality as our Srila Gurudev, Bhaktivedanta Narayan Maharaj. I was so blessed to have had such a fortunate type of relationship with Gurudev. Right from the first letter that he wrote me, it was very obvious that there was a very special spark, a connection between my little soul and this very great personality who for some reason gave me an enormous amount of grace and mercy in my life. And today I would like to glorify him and honor him. I hope that by speaking some of these beautiful stories and realizations of my Gurudev, that it will please my Gurudev's ears and the ears of my Guru Parampara and all of your Vaishnava ears, which are thirsty to hear the katha of my beloved Guru. So Gurudev's speciality, he had three very great specialities. One is his ability to show affection to all living beings. I had never met somebody like Srila Gurudev until I met him. And being in his company and watching how he affectionately dealt with every jeev that he came across was simply astonishing. I'll give you an example. For example, when he came to Hawaii, he wanted to go out to take a boat, to charter a boat, to go see his whales. He called them his whales. Many disciples of Gurudev didn't understand, why does Gurudev want to go see the whales? It seemed like a mundane request. But of course, Gurudev has no mundane requests. He had reason for going to see the whales, multiple reasons. So when we were alighting the boat, Gurudev turned to us and said, "Come with me. I am the captain of this ship, and I'm taking all of you with me across the ocean of nescience. And even those over there, so far away on the shore, they do not see me, but because I am seeing them, I am taking them with me also." So this was one example of Gurudev's merciful, compassionate glance, that everything within his vision, anything he lays his eyes upon, is going to be blessed. From that moment on, that soul who has received the glance of our Gurudev is no longer traversing through the reincarnation cycles. It has come to a stop because a pure devotee from the eternal world has entered into this mundane reality to come and rescue us. And his glance is like getting the Lord's glance directly. It hits the heart like a thunderbolt, whether you know it or not. So what we didn't realize this day that we went out on the boat was that something was going to happen to the whales within a matter of a week. The NASA had turned on the sonar airwaves beneath the ocean. It's a frequency that hemorrhaged the brains of hundreds of whales. And within a week or two, there was reported over 500 whales had beached dead on the beach all over the South Pacific. And Gurudev preempted this by having us all go out on the boat with him. And he wanted all of us to sing Harinam very loudly to his whales. He was adamant about it. Gurudev very soon left Maui. And within days, we got the news of all of these whales dying. So Gurudev was an extraordinary personality. When I first came to him in Mathura, it was 1995. I had been writing letters to many gurus and I was seeking shelter. I wanted a guru like Srila Prabhupada, and I was not willing to settle for anything less than someone like Srila Prabhupada. So every day while I lived in the ISKCON temple in Soho Street, London, I prayed very sincerely with tears in my eyes to Srila Prabhupada, and I begged him, please, Srila Prabhupada, don't cheat me. Please bring me a guru like you. After many years of praying in this way, I was brought to Vrindavan. And at the end of my trip to Vrindavan, I still had met no guru. Finally, I came to Gurudev's Mutt by some great good fortune. And from the moment that Gurudev saw me and the moment that I saw Gurudev, it was a connection. Gurudev said to me when I walked up the stairs to Keshavji Gaudiya Mutt, "Where have you been? I've been waiting for you for so long." My little soul and this great personality, how is it possible that all of us had some relationship with this divine personality known as Srila Gurudev? Gurudev, I asked him in the beginning many questions about Jesus Christ. I wanted to know, where did Jesus go when he died, Gurudev? Did he enter Golok Vrindavan? And Gurudev thought for a moment, and he told me, Jesus has reincarnated. He wanted to come in the line of Sri Rupa Goswami to complete and perfect his bhajan in this way as a manjari. And now he has taken birth in our movement, and he is currently residing somewhere in this world. Gurudev told me many secrets of Jesus, which I later wrote a book about, the secrets that he had given to me. And I did 25 years of research looking into the history of Christ's life in India. And Gurudev said, you should present Jesus as a Vaishnav. So the qualities of Jesus was this great compassion. And I saw this exact same compassion in my Gurudev, that everywhere he went, he would interact with every soul, even the trees, the birds, the beasts, all the creatures all around us that we are unawares of. Our beloved Gurudev was blessing the environment everywhere he went. Let me give you an example. When we were in Baja, it was the first year in 1996, Gurudev's first tour, and we went to Baja, and he wanted to go and see the Sequoia National Forest, which is a very ancient forest with very, very large trees that are standing already. They've been standing for over 5,000 years, some of them, very old trees. So Gurudev was astonished. These trees have been standing here since the time of Krishna. And then he became so grave. The whole walk around this forest, Gurudev was very grave, chanting Harinam, not joking and laughing, very grave on the entire walk. All of us were fools, laughing and joking, following him around. Then we came to a hollowed out tree, a very big hollowed out tree that had fallen. Gurudev said, "Come with me. We're entering the mouth of Aghasura." And we all followed Gurudev into this gaping dark hole of a hollowed out tree. And we came out the other side, and Gurudev walked to the van very briskly. And there was a man with a turban on, a Sikh, who was there by his car. And Gurudev began affectionately talking to him, total stranger. When I came by Gurudev's side, he said, "These trees have been standing here for 5,000 years, since the time of Krishna. I was feeling so sad, so sorry for them. And now I have chanted and I've liberated all of them." What a guru. He liberated. He understood the true condition of every living soul surrounding him at every moment. Unlike us, we are only aware of our own selves. We're so self-absorbed. We're so egoistic, so prideful. We're enjoying the trees. We're enjoying the walk. We're enjoying the sun trickling down through the trees. And here, our beloved Gurudev is painfully aware of the suffering of every soul in that forest, and he's liberating them. So Gurudev told me the greatest humanitarian effort is to become a pure devotee ourselves. Very often when he would see me, he would bless me with his hand and say, "Become like me. Become like me." What is this order? How can we become like him? He's a handmaiden of the greatest goddess in creation, Sri Radha, and she's descended from that world into this world and become guru for our benefit, to guide us, to take us by the hand, to link our fallen soul, and to give us eternal hope. Gurudev was so compassionate. So another example is when we were talking about Jesus in Mathura that year. He said to me, "Did you know that I raised someone from the dead?" I said, "No, Gurudev. That's amazing." He said, "Yes, Jesus raised people from the dead because people like miracles. It gives them faith. I too raised someone from the dead." And then he told me this incredible story of how he was taking his morning walk from the Keshavji Gaudiya Mutt and walking down the lane that he takes every day to go to this peaceful park where he sits to chant. This one day he was walking and there was a crowd around a body. Someone had died in the street, a young boy. And everyone was wailing and crying, Gurudev explained. And he said that when he came there, they all begged him, "Please, Swami, please come and say prayers over our son. He's just died." Gurudev came beside the boy and whispered something in his ear. And the boy came back to life. The whole of Mathura celebrated, and Gurudev became famous all over the city. He raised the boy from the dead, and Gurudev said to me, "Do you know how? Do you know what I whispered in his ear?" I said, "No, Gurudev." He said, "Calm Gayatri. Calm Gayatri has the power to rise someone from the dead. So imagine what it can do for you." I was shocked. First of all, I'd never known anybody who had risen someone from the dead. I'd only ever heard of Jesus Christ doing such a miracle. So now I'm sitting before this great personality who has the ability to restore life from death. He has the ability to liberate souls that are struggling and suffering in great darkness. He has the ability to bring light into every dark space inside of us. With his kindness, with his grace, we have a potentiality of attaining an eternal spiritual form as the handmaiden of the goddess Sri Radha, where we will serve the divine couple so sweetly under Gurudev's guidance as Guru Sakhi. This has been given to us in the form of mantras, this aspiration. And these mantras are our lifeline. They link us from the mundane, temporary world to the eternal, blissful world. And these mantras lift us and pull us in the direction that we want to go in. So, what is our duty? We have come to the lotus feet of such a great holy master who has the ability to rise someone from the dead. Shamarani Didi told me later he has the ability to create and destroy universes with a glance. Gurudev once told me, I told him a secret about some habit that I had, that I was struggling with, that I was having a hard time giving up. He was so pleased with me that I told him and revealed my heart to him. He said, "This is very good that you've revealed everything to me. You didn't try to hide anything from me, and I will help you. And every day I will come and I will do this over your heart until this problem is gone." He said, when I first came to my Gurudev, Bhakti-Bhagyan Goswami Maharaj, I revealed my heart to him about a problem I was having. And every day until the problem was gone, for 1 month, Param Gurudev came and did this to my heart. And while I stayed in Gurudev's Mathura Mat, every day for 6 weeks, every morning, at some point in the morning, Gurudev would suddenly appear and perform this over my heart, this little movement where he was removing something from my heart that would have otherwise prevented me from advancing. So what does it mean to be his disciple? Being his disciple is not like collecting a country club membership. Now I belong to this group. This is my name. This is my dress. These are my people. This is my clan. This is my club. We don't adopt a certain way of dress. All of these things belong to the external world. Our internal space is changing at the behest of this great personality. Gurudev told me, at the time of initiation, I will jump into your heart and I will ask the four-arm form of Vishnu to leave. I will now govern over this heart. I am your astrology. I am your everything, he said. Now, at the time, I didn't really understand the full understanding of what is it he's trying to communicate with me. Now I'm starting to grasp, after 30 years of practicing, that Gurudev is always with us. He has not left us. He is there when you are linking with your mantras that he gave you. Our duty as disciples is to show up every day, no matter what, whether we feel the linking happening or not, whether we have a bhajan experience or not, whether our chanting is dry or blissful or not, that we every day show up for a certain number of hours and we sit with these mantras and we allow Gurudev to reveal everything he has realized within his heart. He can transfer all of that into our heart. So Gurudev told me, When I enter your heart, I will then sweep your heart, and I will paint upon the canvas of your heart a beautiful scene of Vrindavan for Radha and Krishna to enter. Wow, my Gurudev has such power. So every time I'm reaching for him, he simultaneously reaches for me, and we meet in this sadhana practice. And our duty as his disciples, Shiksha and Diksha disciples, is to meet every day at the same time with enthusiasm and expectation and excitement that these mantras are able to reveal everything that Gurudev is experiencing at every moment. When my Gurudev was walking on the beach in Maui one year, and my husband was walking behind him, and Gurudev just stopped out of the blue, turned around, walked up to my husband and said, "Right now, I'm walking with Srimati Radharani. You can never repay me for stopping to talk to you." And then he turned around and walked away. Wow, such a guru we have. So when we sit down to chant our mantras and Harinam, we should remember we are linking with Gurudev, and Gurudev is linking with us. And Gurudev has the power to pull us from this illusory world into the eternal world. We do not have that power on our own. We have no power on our own. We are helpless. We are in the well. We have fallen into the well of material existence, and we have no way out. And Gurudev has thrown one rope down in the form of our mantras. And our duty is to grab hold of this rope and hold it tight. And then through our efforts and through mercy, Gurudev will pull us out of this dark well that we fell into. And he will show us and reveal to us who we really are in eternity. It's astonishing. This is a once in a million lifetime opportunity for all of us. And I implore you, I was praying to Gurudev this morning, "Oh Gurudev, what can I possibly say? How can I glorify you? It's not possible. You are so great. And I have no words." But Gurudev wanted me to speak on this subject. He wanted me to inspire everyone to link with him every day. He's waiting. This is why we came to him. We came to him for this. We asked to be relieved of the suffering. We prayed for this. We wanted this. We've asked for this for thousands of years. And we finally come to the lotus feet of a pure Vaishnava who has thrown this rope down into our dark well. And all he's asking is that we have the strength to hold this rope, and he will pull us out. And yet we find that many disciples of Gurudev are not chanting. They're not chanting Harinam. They're not chanting their Diksha mantras. They're not trying, and they're not holding the rope. And therefore they're in the dry well. And the clock is ticking. Death is coming. And once again, we'll be reborn in another situation. Now, Gurudev, he's promised that he'll be with us. He said, he told me this personally, "I will be with you from babyhood in your next life." He's promised this. He also promised that, "Don't worry, if any of my disciples go to hell for any reason, I will personally come and take them out." Such a guru we have. So Gurudev has thrown this beautiful rope in the form of these mantras down into our dark well. And all we have to do is grab hold of our mantras. Grab hold of this mercy that Gurudev so generously gave into our hearts. And when we chant, we should know that Gurudev, by the power of these mantras, is sweeping and painting a beautiful scene of Vrindavan for Radha and Krishna to enter. We cannot enter this world on our own effort. When you sit and chant, you cannot see Radha and Krishna directly. We cannot do any service in their world. We're just not there. But Gurudev is there. So Gurudev has the power when we link with him to make us ready for that seva, to make us perfected in our seva, in our services. But if we don't link with him and we don't put the effort in and keep every day increasing our effort, not becoming complacent, then what will happen to us? It could take many, many, many lifetimes. For some devotees, they're okay with this, many, many lifetimes. I'm not. I'm in a dark well and a rope has fallen into this well and it's shining and it's golden and it's telling me, grab hold of me and I will save you. I will bring you to the highest reality. So remembering this is my fervent prayer and my fervent wish for today, is to share this message of hope with everyone who's listening now and in the future, that Srila Gurudev has the power to pull us out of the dark well. We have no power of our own. So we can let go of our independence, let go of any thoughts that we can do anything on our own. And we can fully surrender to Guru, trusting and knowing that he will guide us at every moment of every day until we reach the shores of eternity. Have no doubt in this. He has promised this. Whenever you're in doubt about something, if you don't know what to do in any situation in your life, you can think, what would Gurudev do? It's so simple. Any problem that comes in your life, it can be solved in 1 second by thinking, what would Gurudev do in this situation? And then you're always going to be doing the right thing in every situation. I want to just tell a little story, a very grave and very beautiful story. When Gurudev came to Bhaktivedanta Manor, an ISKCON temple that was given by George Harrison, a beautiful house, to Srila Prabhupada in the 60s in England. It's in the countryside, it's lovely. And when Gurudev first came to England, he wanted to go to this temple to take the foot dust of his guru, his Shiksha guru, Swami Prabhupada. So we were invited to come one morning. We went very early in the morning. There were many, 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 many strange things that happened that morning. We were not treated nicely. Gurudev was not treated correctly. There were a lot of offenses made. The first offense was we were all locked into a room when we first arrived there. We weren't invited into the temple room. We were put in a side room and the door closed, the door locked, and we were locked in this room for some time. And many people tried to open the door and we couldn't open the door. Gurudev had us singing Harinam. We sang Hare Krishna. And after about 10 minutes, Gurudev he heard Guru Puja beginning and he got up and he just opened the door and we marched into the temple room. It was a first miracle, amazing miracle. Anyway, many things happened. We went upstairs. Gurudev was not given a place to sit. You know, he was an elderly gentleman, although he's not an elderly gentleman. He was an elderly gentleman and he began speaking about some of his memories of being with Srila Prabhupada. And so somebody said, oh, bring him a chair. And the temple president said, I can't give him a seat. I've been ordered by the GBC to refuse him a seat. Then there were some other offenses that were made. Then, as Gurudev was leaving in the car, I ran after his car. I always did this. I ran after Gurudev's car, and the gates at the Bhaktivedanta Manor were closed, big iron gates closed. And Gurudev's car came and stopped in front of the gates. And the window rolled down, and Gurudev turned and he looked at me and he said, just see, Radha and Krishna have come to cheer me up. I was feeling something, he said. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, two huge, beautiful white swans flew out of the sky and landed on the bonnet of Gurudev's car. They stopped. They went. They flew away. The window went up. The gates opened and Gurudev left. Such a guru we have. Such a guru we have, that Radha and Krishna themselves came to give Gurudev joy in his heart after he had felt some pain, perhaps, at being mistreated in this way. This was the first of many experiences that I had with Gurudev on that first tour, where I would see how he would be abused by this institution. Another example of that, we went to the LA temple in 1996. Gurudev again wanted to go and take the darshan of where Srila Prabhupada had lived. So we went to the LA temple, we went inside, we paid our Dandavat pranams to Srila Prabhupada and to the deities there. And then when we came out, there was a policeman standing there. Oh, the management of this organization have called us and asked me to remove you from the property. They say you're trespassing and you've come to create problems. Gurudev told the policeman, I've not come here to create any problems. I'm an old man. I've come from India for the first time to your country, and I wanted to come and see where my guru lived and translated many books. I haven't come here to create any problems, any disturbance. Anyone can come into this temple. All kinds of drunkards and all kinds of people come in this temple. But me, they call the police. And then Gurudev, he put his arm around the police officer very affectionately. And he told him, I was a police officer once. And I used to be able to run faster than anyone when we had to chase people, he told them. And the police officer was so charmed by Gurudev. Everyone was always charmed by Gurudev. It was impossible not to be charmed by him. He was so sweet. And why was Gurudev so sweet and charming? Because we are like who we associate with. And who is Gurudev associating with? He's associating with the sweetest of the sweet, Sri Radha and Krishna, who are the abode of sweetness, the abode of love. And he came into this world and into our lives and into our hearts to bring this divine love down into us, that rope to pull us. But again, if we don't hold onto these mantras very tightly and give it everything we've got every day, and every day take our pulse and think, have I advanced or have I stayed the same? And if I've stayed the same or gone down, how tomorrow can I change that and make my pulse stronger? How can I become like him? Gurudev said, become like me. How did Gurudev live? How did Gurudev dedicate his time, his energy, his love to Radha and Krishna? This is what Gurudev wants of all of us, that we become like him, that we worship like him, that we cry like him, that we study like him, that we reach like him every day without fail. And if we are choosing to remain where we are, that's okay too. We can stay where we are for many lifetimes. We can stay in the well. We think we're having fun in the well because we get one little drop of honey once a year. And that honey in the form of happiness is actually just freedom from suffering or freedom from struggle for a moment. And we think that that's happiness. So we're in the well. What are you going to commit to? We have to take this rope. So this is my only prayer, my only wish for today, is that these words of mine might come like a golden rope into your heart to re-inspire you to chant your mantras with fervent attention, with as much love as you have in your heart, as much focus, as much witnesshood, as much tears. Oh, Gurudev, I was always crying whenever I was around Gurudev. I couldn't help it, constantly weeping. He would say to me, why are you always crying? Are you okay? And I'd say, no, Gurudev, I'm not okay. Please help me, Gurudev. Please help me, Gurudev. Yes, yes, become like me. Become strong like me. So this is not just an instruction, it's an order. And with that order comes all the Shakti that we need to fulfill his desire. He sees our past, present, and future. He told me this. He told me this on 3 occasions. I see your past, present, and future of everyone. I can see everything in their faces, he told me. Such a guru we have. Take the rope. Hold the golden rope of your Harinam and of your mantras, your Diksha mantras, and every day go up. If you're chanting 16 rounds a day, go up to 32 rounds a day. If you're chanting 32 rounds a day, jump up to 40 rounds a day. Don't stay complacent until you attain Bhav, until you are seeing, until you are being seen by Radha and Krishna at the time of your mantras. You have an enormous amount of way to go. We all do. You have to bridge the gap. We bridge the gap with our effort. By making the effort, Gurudev is always there. He's never not there. If I make the effort, Gurudev's always there to show me, to lead me, to take me by the hand and show me in such a loving way, I'm right here. I never left you. I promised you I would never leave you. I am here inside of you. I'm closer to you than your own soul. So Gurudev, he told me, one of your tears is worth lakhs and lakhs Harinam. So what does this mean? One of my tears is worth lakhs of Harinam. It means that the goal of Harinam is to cry. And how do we do that? We have to bridge the gap with nutaptam, regret, remorse. Oh, Gurudev, I feel nothing in my heart when I chant. I see nothing, I hear nothing, I feel nothing of that world that I'm aspiring to. Oh, please, Gurudev, please bridge the gap for me, Gurudev. Please allow that world to descend into my heart, Gurudev. And every day, this humanitarian effort should be ours, Gurudev said. It's the greatest humanitarian effort. It's not going out book distribution. It's not going out prasadam distributing. It's not going out even preaching. It's to become a pure Vaishnava yourself. First become that Gurudev is. Be that. And then go out and give. This was Gurudev's message. He didn't care about temples and building communities or anything. Even recently, I was reading some letters. Gurudev and I had many years of writing letters together. And in one letter, he told me, don't create communities and build temples and open restaurants, all these things. It will just create karma. First, you should try to be like Shamarani, or be like me, and then you can do. Otherwise, it's all karma. So this was very different than what I had experienced and been trained in, within ISKCON. Within ISKCON, it was very strong outreach program, book distributing, prasadam distribution, Harinam distribution, all of these things. And really, I how qualified was I to give anything? I don't know. But now I realize that actually the true goal is for me to save myself, to first take the oxygen mask and put it on my own nose and mouth, rescue myself, and then I can perhaps rescue others, if it's the will of Gurudev. So we should have gratefulness. gratitude that Gurudev found us and that we found Gurudev and that that rope has been given to us. Be very grateful. And then with that gratitude, we should dedicate ourselves and be a dedicated disciple. Then we can say we're a disciple. If we're not dedicating ourselves to the instructions of our Gurudev, then we cannot call ourselves a disciple. A disciple means to follow, that we follow behind the footsteps of our teacher. Now, the third leg of becoming a disciple is to give up our independence, to surrender. Surrender is a very easily thrown around term, but what does it actually mean? What I've come to understand, what I've come to realize in my own practices is that it means that I cannot do a thing without Gurudev. I cannot speak without his mercy. I cannot sing without his mercy. I cannot write without his mercy. I cannot chant without his mercy. I cannot offer anything without his mercy. So therefore, all of my senses and this body and this mind and this ego and any talent that is in me, it all belongs to him, not me. So we can relinquish ourselves from the ego that tells us that everything is for our pleasure. And instead, we can approach this path of bhakti, understanding that Gurudev is in charge of everything. Gurudev told me, don't give any importance to astrology. I am your astrology. That's what he said. I am your astrology. I'm in charge of everything in your life. Does that mean some things or everything? Everything. So we can surrender. We can let go. Just like how Krishna told Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra that everything is already done by my will. All the modes of nature are already arranging everything in our past, present, and future. So we surrender to Guru and we surrender to mantra and we surrender to these practices at every moment of every day. We can think of Gurudev and let him run our life. And when we get out of the way and we allow Guru to take over, he will train us and he will perfect us and he will make us ready for this realization, this spurti of the kingdom that he has painted on the canvas of our heart. That was his promise. And that's what this is for. That's what all of our mantras are for, is that this realization can be fully blossomed within this life or within our next life. So please forgive me if I've made any mistakes in my offering. Please forgive my pratishta, my arrogance at thinking that I have any strength or any ability to share anything that is worthy of being heard about my Gurudev.
Still getting
Please
goosebumps.
forgive my arrogance. Please forgive my pride. Please bless me. Please pray for me on my path. I'm trying so hard to please my Gurudev. Please bless me. Please help me on my way. Thank you. Panchakalpadrubhischa kripasindam yevacha.
We are here to take your
Patijanam
blessings.
pavanibhyo Vishnavibhyo namo namaha.
You please bless us, bless all of us. We are here to take your blessings. So, just for the context, Didi has been an award-winning book writer, and she's also planning to write Pastimes, a book on Shri Param Gurudev. And as ordered by Param Gurudev, she has been ordered to do kirtan and sing devotional songs in English as well. So, still feeling out of the world listening to all that and getting goosebumps.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, Didi. Thank
Oh
you.
yes, so somebody's asking which book. So I wrote a book called Woman in Red, Magdalene Speaks, which is about the pastimes of Jesus Christ, based on some of the stories that Gurudev told me and the revelations that came to me thereafter. I'm also compiling a book which will be the astonishing pastimes of my Gurudev. And that will be, I've been sharing them on Facebook over the last 52 days. I've been sharing every day a different pastime that I experienced with him to inspire all of the devotees. So it's not available in India. You have to buy it on Amazon, but you can buy an ebook on Amazon, or you can buy an audiobook also. So yes, you can get it in India. Thank you.
Is it the same one that you said where you have to portray Jesus as a Vaishnava?
Yes, Gurudev wanted me to portray Jesus as a Vaishnava, yes. And he told me many secrets about Jesus's life in India, both before the crucifixion and after the resurrection. Many secrets about Jesus's life, incredible, that people don't know.
So it's all in there.
Yes, it's all in there.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Didi. We'll be connecting soon with you. Hopefully, have we'll have an opportunity to listen from you once again very soon. Hare Krishna, Dhanvat Pranams.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
So we end our broadcast for today, and we'll be here tomorrow again, same time 8:15 p.m. हरे कृष्णा धन्यवाद प्रणाम हम कल फिर से जुड़ेंगे शाम को 8:30 बजे 8:15 बजे आप सबसे अनुरोध है कृपया परम गुरु जी की महिमा कीर्तन में श्रवण में प्लीज भाग लीजिए हरे कृष्णा धन्यवाद प्रणाम थैंक यू सो मच अगेन दीदी थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम so blessed listening to all that